Guys, what's going on? What's cracking? Back here today for another video. I know it's been a skinny minute since I was giving you an update, but we've got some new parts. So you guys kind of already saw me there doing the unboxing. So let me kind of go over what we got today and what's the purpose of these parts. So first and foremost, big shout out to AutoSport Engineering. This is today's sponsor for this video. I can't thank Tony enough. He was kind enough to send this all out. This is a big deal for me because I've really been wanting to try out these coil packs, as my car personally has the original twin turbo 2JZ GTE coil packs for the non-VVTi, and they're great, but you have to use a couple things I do not like. So one of the things first and foremost, when you go to this setup, this uses the Prius / Yaris coil pack, and someone's probably gonna say, Ryan, why are you using an Econobox coil pack? Well, there's a good reason for that. The reason I go with these coil packs is for a couple reasons. Number one, cheap. They're half the cost of the 2JZ GTE coil pack. They're just half the money, right? Number two, the biggest thing for me, in my personal opinion, is it has a built-in igniter built into the coil pack. So no need for an external igniter anymore like you do the factory 2JZ GTE coil packs. Saves you some headache. You don't have to try and put it in the engine bay or somewhere. You don't have to hide it down by the ECU like I personally did in my car. It's not needed as it's built to the coil pack. So it makes your life easier. Number three, regarding that, there's no igniter to ever go bad. So if a coil pack goes bad, you just replace the coil pack, put a new one in. There's no external igniter to worry about, nothing. Nothing crazy there. The only real difference is instead of it being 2 wires, it's now 3. Not a big deal, right? So that's the way I look at it. It saves you a lot of headache. You're not running wiring down for an external igniter, something of that nature. And it makes your life easier. Number four. Here's another great thing, better spark and better dwell times with these coil packs. They're a newer, more up-to-date coil pack. Now, until recently, the R35 coil pack was better. The only thing better than the R35 coil pack was the IGN-1As, which is literally double the effectiveness of the R35 coil pack. But the problem with the R35 coil pack, well, not the R35, but the IGN-1As, is they're massive and ugly. For a street car, for me personally, I never got the point of those, and the R35 coil packs have been proven to be good enough to make 2,500 horsepower on an R35. So I'm like, if they're good enough for those, they're good enough for this. But I wanted to stick with Toyota because, well, no offense, Nissan, but Toyota's better than you. So I've always wanted to stick with them. Well, recently, Yaris just had the Yaris GR come out, which is a turbo 3-cylinder, and they just did testing on those coil packs, and it actually outperformed the R35 coil pack. And here's the kicker, it fits these brackets. So you have literally the best coil pack on the market besides an IGN-1A for your car now. No need for an external igniter. You don't have to get a big booster. I personally, you can make up to 1,100 wheel horsepower on the factory TT setup. This will probably make close to 1,600 without a booster. I don't know of many street cars that are making that kind of power on a 2JZ GTE, so I don't see why you would need anything else. Guys, this is just some of the things. Now let's actually look at the kit, and I'm gonna show you why this kit is so nice, because I don't really know anyone else that makes these. There's a few people that do, I believe, but let me just show you how nice his setup is. So here's everything that comes in the box, as you guys saw me unload it all here. Now, one thing I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, this is an option. This is optional here, so you can just get the brackets itself. It will come with these risers and stuff that you need to install also, but you can get the optional wiring harness. Now, you would have to pin it then also to run it directly to your ECU, whether it be Infinity, a Haltech, whatever you're running, you'd have to pin it in. That is an optional set. Again, I'll list down below so you can click and see what the prices are. I'm not gonna tell you price in the video because let's be honest, that's constantly changing, especially in today's atmosphere with all the prices of raw material going through the roof. So one of the big things here, if you guys can see, here's the front, the middle, and the rear. So, lack of better words, he makes it idiot-proof. So you don't go, which bracket goes where? I don't know, do I have this right? He literally tells you, front of the engine, middle of the engine, rear of the engine. Pretty freaking basic. It comes with a little sticker too. Comes with this little card showing some of the other products he makes. He makes some pretty dope covers too for the valve covers. You can see some other things. Let's flip it around here. Some of the other brackets, fuel pump hangers, that's another big thing. And another thing I want to touch on too is personable. He is here in the US, made in the US. On top of it, you can see right here, Longwood, Florida, AutoSport Engineering. Pretty cool guy too, Tony. I talked to. We were talking machining there the other day. Takes a lot of pride in his work. He's always trying to improve things, always trying to get everything better. And I like how much pride he takes in packaging. Like having a small company have their own little packaging, like this here saying AutoSport Engineering. He could just literally throw these bolts in like a Ziploc baggie and send it out to me, right? Would I really cared? No, I really wouldn't have. But this just looks nicer. It's kind of like with Apple. When Apple sends you a product, you're not just getting your phone, you're getting this beautiful packaging, and it makes the experience a little bit better. I don't know how to explain it, but it does. But I'm gonna shut up now, and I'm gonna go ahead and start installing these. First thing you need to do is I gotta take these out of the package here. You have to install these first. These are the risers for the bracket to make sure they sit in there because you have the way the coil pack sit in. So this has to go in first. I've got my wife's car here and I've already taken off the cover. I've got spark plugs in there too, just in case something would fall down. But what you need to do is put these risers right here, here, there's two there, and then there's one in the back. You gotta put these risers in first, and it comes with the little long black bolts right here, okay, with the beveled edge, and then we'll take out the other ones, which actually hold in the coil pack itself, which I don't have with me today. So I want to show you guys we're going to install it. We're going to start with the rear here. You can see I've got the bolts going in through the top here. You can see those beveled edge bolts. Then you go through these risers, and then the narrow part goes down in. As you can see here and here, you'll have the narrow part, and then you just bolt this in. So if I give it a little bit of room here, you can see where the bolt comes out there at the bottom, and this goes into the head itself. Very straightforward. I mean, this is very basic. No Loctite. I don't like using that, especially on aluminum threads. So no Loctite, anything like that. Just going to install this now, and should be good. So guys, I had said I didn't have the coil packs, but I forgot I have this build here, which is Colton's, and it is using an FS Moto setup on it, and it uses the same style coil pack. So buddy, I'm going to steal your coil pack. So here is the part number directly from Denso. You can get this off Rock Auto. I'll also list down here the part number that is referenced from Toyota. These are Toyota Yaris / Prius coil packs. Again, I'll list the part number here for those. It's also listed on the AutoSport's website. And if you go into rockauto.com, you just need to pick out, like, say, 2009, 2010 Yaris. Just go to the ignition, and you want to pick the most expensive coil they have on there, which is this Denso one. And this is the same one that you get from Toyota. The only difference is it doesn't have the Toyota stamp, and these are $50 a piece versus like $120 a piece. So this is what you want to get, and this will be what it looks like when it's all said and done. And they'll say made in Japan on the top. It fits in there so nice. I'll actually show you one of the last coil packs I kept out on purpose here. Put it up here on the cow. Here is what the coil pack looks like itself. And again, this is a smart coil, meaning that everything, the igniter's built into it itself. The stock doesn't have to be modified. He makes that plate sit higher on purpose, so this fits perfectly on there. There's no modification to this, which I like. That's something I didn't want to modify. You use a stock sleeve, everything, and it fits on there tight. Again, it will say made in Japan on the top, has the part number there. Yes, there is 4 pins, but if you look at the wiring harness that you'll use for this, you're only going to use 3. Why is that? I want to be honest, I'm not really sure. I know it has power, ground, and it has signal, so I'm not sure what the factory used the 4th pin for, but aftermarket ECUs don't use them. So not needed. Again, I'm going to try and come down here close so you guys can see. This is how well it fits. I mean, it's definitely tight, don't get me wrong, and I wish I would have plugged those. I might actually even pull those out still and just tap, and then just put an 1/8 inch MPT and then a 3/8 MPT for those 2 plugs there, because it's supposed to equalize pressure, but I don't really think it does diddly crap, to be honest. That's my personal opinion. And again, this is only held down with one of these little cap screws then. And then to pull them out, you remove the cap screw and yank it out. So here in the back, I'm gonna go ahead and install this one for you. Literally all you do is, I already have the spark plug in there. So sorry for the color blowout there. You literally just make sure it's going on. I'm trying to do this one hand. There we go. So it's sitting on top of the spark plug right now. Just press down and it's grooved in and you're done. That's it. And literally this is notched out too, because this has like a rubber, I don't know what you call it, like a rubber seal to it that helps it hold it from vibrating and stuff. And he actually has it grooved out so it fits in there nice and tight. And then you just put your cap screw on. That's it. Simple as that. And this is what it should look like when all said and done. Very simple setup, but effective, and it fits nicely. You can tell he took his time to make sure this all works, and it fits under the factory cover. So once I bolt it all down, I'll show you with the factory cover. One other thing too, guys, I just want to show you the orientation. All the lettering, so front, middle, and rear, should be facing the driver's side. So we put them in, obviously the front goes to the front, middle goes in the middle, rear goes in the rear, but you could flip them, right? They can go in either way. So the lettering could face this way, or it could face the passenger side or the driver's side. If you look here, you can see that it needs to be facing towards the driver's side of the car. So just make sure of that. And then obviously, if you look at here, you'll know if you have it the right way because you'll be able to tell it look like my orientation. So again, the lettering needs to be facing that side of the car. Now let's go ahead and install the coil cover here. I already took the oil cap off. I have to take that off to get it on. So here's the factory coil cover. This is a VVTi engine. Yeah, so again, these packs and this setup fits the VVTi and non-VVTi 2JZ GT engine. So I'm gonna set that on there gently. Okay, and sorry, I need to move it there because I have it sitting cockeyed. There you guys go. Now, if you actually look through the little holes there, you can see them, and it is close, but it does fit. So that is one thing you can see. It's not like resting on it. It's on there, but it's a tight fit, don't get me wrong, as those coil packs have to sit under there. So pretty impressed, very happy with this. Again, guys, I'm gonna link this down below for y'all. This is just one thing that AutoSport sells. He also has valve covers. He does have IGN 1A kits. I personally just don't like those. That's just not for me. I even told him too, I said, for most users, I don't see why everyone does the IGN 1As. I get it, trust me, I understand that, you never have to worry about spark this way, no matter what power you're at. But even still, with these coil packs, you won't have to either. As long as you're around that 1200 and under horsepower range, you're never really gonna have to worry about it. Plus you get smart coils this way, plus you get Toyota reliability. It's a win-win. It just cleans things up, makes life a little bit easier for y'all. Again, this is my personal opinion, and it stays under the factory cover, what you really want. Again, with the new Yaris GR coil, these aren't the Yaris GRs. I would imagine you could probably hit over 2,000 horsepower in these bad boys now. Again, because the R35 does it. These are supposedly the Yaris GR version, or not these ones, but the Yaris GR version is supposedly, from the testing they've done, is better than the R35, so yeah, that's how I'm looking at it. The last thing I want to talk about here, guys, is the Supra BBQ coming up. This is my 3rd annual Supra BBQ. I'm gonna go ahead and flip up the little flyer here. So this little event is something I've held now. The first one I held at my house. Last year I held at this location because of COVID. It kind of screwed things up. So this year it's gonna be open. It's only for Supra or 2JZ owners. We're gonna kind of be a little lenient. If you have a 1JZ, that's fine too, but we are limited on space, so any Supra owner. So Mark 1 through Mark 5, yes, I don't care if you think it's a BMW or not. It is a Supra. You are invited. Come on out. I'm gonna list down below too. There's a clickable link down there, so you can go ahead and buy tickets now. Only thing you have to do is print out the receipt for it because I won't be able to do it there in person. So it even says in the instructions, please print this out. You need it to get in for that day. It is $12 online or $15 at the gate. And again, that's just to recoup our money for buying the venue or whatever. Because I mean, the biggest thing for us is we're gonna have food trucks. We're going to have live music. We're going to have a ton of giveaways from Granis Racing, Powerhouse Racing. All these great places are going to be chipping in. Kaizen Motorsports, Anzo Detailing Products. We got Red Horse Performance chipping in. Beavers Auto Body. We've got all these great companies doing massive giveaways for us, which is going to be freaking awesome. So I just want you guys to know, go check it out. Again, links down below, or you can pay the $15 in-person day of. It is August 7th, which is a Saturday. It's a fun time. Bring out your friends, have a good time with us. Again, if you're a Supra owner, come out. Again, we're limited on space, so if you do have, say, a cool like GTR, you have an awesome Honda Civic, that's great. We're just limited on space. You could try messaging me, but again, very, very limited, so I'm trying to keep it to Supra and 2JZ only. Maybe next year we'll open up to more cars, but for this year, gotta keep it to that. Again, guys, thank you very much for tuning in today. Hope this video was helpful. Again, big shout out to AutoSports Engineering. Check out the link. Use that 10% discount code. You don't want to spend more money if you don't have to. Check out the other products he has on his website, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.